Good morning, partners. Namaskar, and a very, very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Ghazal Vats, and I'm just so excited and thrilled to be your host for this fantastic day ahead. And I'd like to thank all of you for taking time out. Thank you very much for joining us here today. And I hope all of you are in good health and are keeping safe because you're really, really precious to us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to host our partner fraternity. Though it might be a virtual event, but there is no opportunity that we should miss to connect. And we sincerely hope to see you face to face in the coming engagements of the year as the pandemic settles down. And I also hope that you have already ordered your coffee by now with the Zomato vouchers that you have received. And also do not forget to put your mobiles on silent to avoid any sort of distraction during the day. Okay, now with the steaming hot coffee, let's kickstart the event. Ladies and gentlemen, in the world of changing working scenarios, though all of us have adapted to the change in our approach of communication, hybrid model of working has brought in complexities of being connected in a secured environment and enhance end user productivity. But to be relevant in this changed environment, we need to have the right products that address the need of the customers, especially when working from home, bringing in all the features of built-in security, help increase productivity, have collaborative features, and are consistent. And today's engagement, ladies and gentlemen, is to apprise you all with these features incorporated in the Windows 11 that it has to offer to our customers. Windows 11 not only provides a calm and creative experience, but also helps our customers to evolve to a new technology and help them adopt to home and office of the future products that will help them remain connected, secured, and productive. And I also encourage you, in case if you have missed visiting the demo zone, kindly visit post the webinar ends and take a closer look at the demo zones that our product team has put in place, which have been incorporated in different customer environments. Also, everyone, during the session, you'll have many questions that I'm so sure of. Please do not keep them to the last. Instead, keep dropping them in the Q&A box. Let me now quickly take you through the agenda for today. The slide is there on your screen. Well, to begin with, we'll have a welcome address, which is to be followed by a session from Microsoft, leading into another very interesting session on our exciting product categories, post which we will open the floor for Q&A. And now, moving on to the speakers of the session, ladies and gentlemen, we are today joined by Mr. Vikram Bedi. He happens to be our Senior Director, Personal System, IBSL. Mr. Shailesh Tripathi, Commercial Channel Head, PC and Print. Mr. Sanjeev Pathak, Head CMIT, IBSL. Mr. Girish Suri, everyone, Product Manager, Business Laptops. Mr. Santosh M. Kumar, Category Lead Business PC, Mr. Wilton, Product Manager Workstations, Mr. Madhu Reddy, Product Manager Business Desktops, and Mr. Rick Ho, Sales Lead HP Account Team APJ-EM. And now, to commence the day, may I take this opportunity, everyone, of inviting the GTM and category leads to address the partner audience. I hand it over to you.
Very good morning to all of you. First of all, thanks and taking time out for the event. We are in the 4th edition of the BPS Ignite. We started this series a year back, and now we are in the 4th edition. I think a lot of excitement around. So first of all, as we know, we are last month of the year from a HP financial year point of view. We are November to October based company. Extremely exciting year. On the personal front, a lot of challenges. We are, COVID is still there in the country, and it has shown its colors also in between, very severity. On the other side, there is a huge surge in the business, and we have seen IT as an industry at a different spot altogether. India as a country, we are a very low penetration country from IT pre-pandemic. Now, suddenly, the penetration is low and the relevance is going high, making us in a very sweet spot. On personal front, where we are facing all the COVID challenges, on the professional front, the surge is going up. It's a very, dichotomy there in the year. But from an industry standpoint, great year. We all have registered the phenomenal growth. I think in couple of days from here, by the time the year will get over, we'll all get the numbers. But I'm pretty confident HP is doing very well. We will show phenomenal growth, and so all of you. This is the time to understand what new products we are talking. Before getting into the today's presentation, I want to spend some time how this year was. We started amplifying the year, and now it's the fourth quarter. From core of performance, we got into the collaboration and capability building and the performance. From one pillar to three pillar. And when we are talking about the capability, we are talking about the digital transformation, which is need of the hour. Digital transformation is so critical that, from a survival next decade channel partner, this capability is critical for us. I'm extremely happy. I have seen most of the channel investing in it, align on the right side, and putting hard effort. India as a country is not very digitally savvy in pre-pandemic. Now we are moving in the right direction, and I'm hoping that within no time, maybe from a couple of months, all of us will be far differently digitally ready what it was not before. Now we are talking about collaboration. I have seen a first cut of the data analytics start flowing in, which will definitely help us a lot. So guys, this takes time. What we are talking probably last October, November time, when we are moving from HP first to Amplify. But I think it's very early. We are start experiencing what transformation journey we are talking about. So great thing. Coming back to how we are enabling our channel, we are talking about and doing a lot of innovation, doing a lot of system enablement. We are getting into the CDB for distribution, where real-time updation of the inventory will get reported, what you're selling, and stickiness to the final tier. We are talking about creating a CRM. We have launched a Pearl Club, which is especially for the SMB partner who are focusing on the SMB, and we will try to cover as much as possible. It's a very large vertical, and in the current scenario, when we are talking about the low penetration, high relevance, I think Pearl Club going to be very, very critical tool in coming year. We have designed VAM engine, which has become a very big, and when HP thinks partner in the helm of everything, so fulfillment is all through the partner. So one side, HP has taken a lot of steps, and you guys the integral part of that, which we are talking and enabling and getting readiness from the 2022 onwards from a partner ecosystem standpoint. One more point I want to talk about here, which is very critical for us, that we are now PC is no more only selling the desktop and notebooks. Workstation as a category has emerged. RPOS, going to be one of the very, very critical category in the future. Your display, accessories, as I'm right now, talking to you, I'm sitting in front of, I need a good camera, I need some mice, I need a good quality screen, larger size, so then, and I know how high computing power. So I said in the past also, you need to think of how will you create the ecosystem, and secondly, this hybrid will not go away. The hybrid ecosystem which we are talking about, that people will operate from home, you will go to the office, this will remain for there. People want flexibility. The flexibility will be the key, and we have to play a critical role there. Last, I think this is the exciting time. We have a lot of exciting presentation lined for today. And we are launching Windows 11 based platform devices. Windows 11 provides a calm and creative space where you can pursue your passion through a fresh experience. This will not be only help our customer to evolve new technology, but also help them to adopt home office for the future product. This will help them remain connected, secure, productive in learning. So let me invite Vikram Bedi to take this event forward.
Thank you, Shailesh. Thank you for the welcome and a very warm welcome to all the partners. Very good morning today. I hope everybody is safe, the family is safe, doing well. It's a very difficult time that we're going through. I want to start with an extremely big thank you. As I mentioned, these are extremely difficult times, but we have managed to deliver some tremendous results. A record-breaking year, the likes of which the industry or this country has never seen before. And I know we still have a couple of weeks to go to close that quarter out. So we're going to end up on some extremely strong growth. And as we head out from here on, it's only going to get better, just given that the continued demand in the market is extremely strong, as we know from the economy and the earlier speakers. On top of it, we're going to be empowered and emboldened by an extremely strong and aggressive portfolio based on Windows 11, which we know brings a lot of value to the already amazing computing experience. That combined with the great hardware solutions that we have and the portfolio solutions we have and the services to go along with them should be able to help us drive growth as we go forward from here on with the launch of Windows 11. So I think these opportunities come once in a while when we have a phenomenally strong and a great and a popular operating system rev, and we know from the prior experience what growth that can deliver in the market, because there is a very compelling reason to upgrade and move to a new ecosystem with new functionality. So along with the Microsoft colleagues, we should make the most of it. We're going to give you all the views on the portfolio, Windows 11, how to sell it, how to position it, and then participate with you as we go forward to keep driving this. So again, a big thank you. I think we have a tremendous performance, but even bigger opportunity ahead of us. So let's just try and capitalize it as much as possible. And anything you need from us, any support, any help, any questions, more than happy to help. And if it's not covered in the session today, please do reach out to us and we'll enable the same for you as well. Again, thank you so much.
Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to this session of BPS Ignite event. This is a final event for 2021. As you all know that we share new product information, new technology information during this event. And our objective is to equip you with latest information about the product, latest information about the technology, as well as latest information about the new trend in IT. So today's event is also based on that. Today we are going to present you our new Windows 11 product stack. And you know that there is a significant change happened in past 1.5 years. The office environment has completely changed. You know that the more than 70% of employees are looking for flexible workplace. Most of the CIOs and most of the companies are working on hybrid workplace environment. And when we have this hybrid workplace environment, it puts a lot of challenge based on this new technology and new change in the environment. And let me share with you about few challenges. The one challenge is about productivity. The companies are trying to find out about the productivity level in the remote workplace. And how can we enhance that productivity? So this is one of the challenges. Other challenges which I see is all about collaboration. Because in office environment, we used to come to the meeting room, we used to discuss, find the solutions of the problem. But in hybrid workplace environment, it's difficult to get the collaboration. And the third big challenge is on security. So let's talk about how this new Windows 11 stack can solve some of these challenges. So let me talk about one by one. So let's talk about the productivity. So with this new Windows 11 launch, the productivity, the additional tools has been added into the operating system which enhance productivity. And same thing, the tools which can enhance a collaborative work environment. And when this Windows 11 technology combined with the latest HP product, it enhances the overall experience much better way. So for example, that all the HP new products are coming with the latest camera technology. Now the high resolution camera has become an integral part of the product, which was not that much needed, say, a few years back. So our design has been changed to enhance camera as a technology. Top of that, the Windows 11 operating system has added a new features on the camera technology. So the combination of hardware and the software is going to provide a better collaborative environment. Let me talk about the third challenge, security. Do you know that in the current scenario, when the people are working from home, there is a biggest threat which we see from malwares. And until you have a very robust security infrastructure, it's very difficult to manage endpoint device with a usual security software. Therefore, it required a very high-end security solutions at endpoint device. And it is my pleasure to share with you, and we discussed about this in our last BPS event, that HP has launched a new security platform that's called HP Wolf Security Platform. And this platform is the combination of all the security parameters, which is like, Sure View, Sure Run, Sure Recover, as well as, and it is based on the deep learning. The algorithm based on AI, deep learning, and machine learning are ensuring the endpoint device is secure enough to work in a remote place. So with this let me summarize. So there were three challenges: the productivity challenge, there is a collaboration challenge, and there is the security challenge. The new product stack with Windows 11 along with HP hardware, we as a company are able to solve all those three challenges. To know more information about these product stack, I would request you to be more attentive for next half an hour or 45 minutes, and then learn about the new technology, new product features, which can equip you to talk to your customer in a better way. So I will request your attention for the following sessions. However, if you have any questions, you keep asking. We will have a Q&A session after the final presentation. Parallelly, you can also share the feedback on chat, as well as keep asking the question on the chat box. We will try to pick and choose most of the questions, and we will try to address that. With this, thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for highlighting the stupendous work done by our partners and for encouraging us to do even better. Thank you very much. And now moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity of inviting Mr. Rick Ho from Microsoft, who will now share with us some great valuable insights on why flexible working is here to stay and how Win11 is so aptly designed for this hybrid style of working. Over to you, Rick, and such a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Hi everyone, my name is Rick. I am from Microsoft and responsible for the HP business for Asia emerging market. Thanks to HP India for inviting me to join the BPS Ignite this year. And I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about Windows 11. Here is my plan for today. First, I will walk you through some key features from Windows 11. And we will spend some time covering how Windows 11 helps us drive business growth in terms of hardware, software, and services. Last but not least, we will also cover what is our following action after today's event. At Microsoft, we are looking closely at the data to understand what trends are emerging. In spring of 2021, we released our first annual Work Trend Index, serving over 30,000 people in 31 countries and uncovering trillion of labor productivity signal on Microsoft 365 and LinkedIn. The report revealed a lot about what's happening over the past year. And one thing's just absolutely clear. Employees' expectation has changed. There's just no going back to our pre-pandemic realities. If you want more details on this topic, feel free to use Bing to search WorkLab Microsoft. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. 80% of managers say they expect more flexible working from home policy post-pandemic. 70% of employees want flexible remote work option to stay. And at the same time, 67% of employees want more in-person work or cooperation post-pandemic. So what we see in this number is managers ramping up to create flexible policy for their teams, while employees are saying, yes, we want to be able to work remotely when we need to, but we also want to be able to work together again. This matches with my thinking exactly. I missed the time I could chit-chat with my colleagues in the office, and I used to visit the HP Singapore office twice every week before COVID. That's something I couldn't wait to go back to my daily life. However, I would also like to keep the flexible working hour that I am having right now. So we have designed Windows for hybrid work. Windows 11 is empowering for employees, familiar for IT, and secure for all. Here is more about what Windows 11 means for business. Let's talk about productivity through a simplified but powerful new user experience. We have made investment to deliver more powerful productivity experience with Windows 11. We incorporate a light, fresh, modern interaction model. You can see it from the area like the new center start menu and taskbar. Simplify the system tray and the new format of quick setting, which is in task view. The experience is effortless. We want to make it faster and more intuitive to do what you want to do with focus and precision. Chrome, a solver and the cutter system that feel warm and approachable. Personal, adapting seamlessly to how you use your device. Coherence, from the OS to the apps that run on it, they work seamlessly together. Familiarity, no learning curve, so you can pick it up and instantly get to work. In addition, elements of the design language are reflected. Like with the new rounded corner, customers see across the user experience and apps. With Snap Access, you can automatically keep your Windows layout saved in perfect arrangement across the screen to easily pick up where you left off. Choose from multiple predefined arrangements to keep all important information at hand, and automatically restore your Windows arrangement when you're docking and undocking. Windows 11 brings a new tablet experience. People will see elements of 10x reflected in the touch experience across the touch and on-screen keyboard. Quicker action with touch or pen. A redesigned customizable on-screen keyboard and enhanced ink. To personalize your Windows experience, we have designed 13 new themes for the touch keyboard. We have also
Windows
built in a
11
brand new
is
theme
so
engine
good at
that
recognizing
allows
what
you
you're saying.
to create a fully customized
And it can
theme,
automatically punctuate
including
your
background,
sentences.
image.
Cool, right?
Based on your feedback,
And
we
there are
have
voice
also
commands.
introduced a
Delete
setting
that.
to resize the touch keyboard. There is a new on-screen touch gadgets for you to easily switch among apps and desktop with smooth transition. The gadgets are like the touchpad gadgets, but have thoughtfully improved, designed specifically for touch. If you are using a digital pen, you can open pen menu by click the pen icon at the lower right on your taskbar. You can also quickly switch between additional language and keyboards through a switcher. A switcher will show up at the lower right on your taskbar next to quick setting. Our new voice typing launcher is a quick and easy way for you to start voice typing in a selected text field. The integrated voice typing effortless type a document or write an email without a keyboard. With headset and microphone handy, it is easy to control the PC with voice, but mostly effortless to talk and not type. In alignment with the Windows 11 release, we are also releasing an Office visual refresh that will shine on the new Windows 11 OS. But it will also be available to anyone using Windows 10. This Office visual refresh is based on feedback from customers who asked for more natural and consistent experience within and between your application, specifically on Windows. With this update, we deliver an intuitive, coherent, and familiar user interface. Use the Fluent Design principle across all your applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Outlook, Access, Project, Publisher, and Visio. We aligned this visual refresh with the design of Windows 11 to provide seamless experience on your PC. Collaboration is our next area of investment. We have all spent a lot of time in online meeting lately, and that isn't going to change. Hybrid work and learning means some of our teammates or classmates will be online, even at some return on-site. Windows 11 make this shared experience better. We have all had that awkward moment like, you're on mute, or can you see my screen? With Windows 11, we can do more right from the taskbar, so you have direct access to what you need and can stay focused on collaborating more effectively. This including deeper integration between the Windows OS and the collaboration and communication apps like Microsoft Teams to make it easier to do things like mute or unmute your microphone or share an application directly from the desktop. Features that we are already using every day like intelligent noise cancellation and blur keep background activities where it belongs in the background, it will still be there. And Windows 11 has APIs for other communication vendors to provide the same capability as Teams. security has never been more important, as we have all experienced it in the past 18 months. Windows 11 provides a zero-trust ready operating system to protect data and access across devices. It delivers maximum security while ensuring you stay productivity without skipping a bit. Microsoft believes in a secure by design approach. We have a clear vision for how to protect our customer and to address current and future security threats with built-in security. With Windows 11, we have partnered closely with our OEM and silicon partner to increase our security baseline by requiring a security chip like the TPM 2.0 and ensuring protection like hardware-based isolation, security boot, and hypervisor code integrity are built in and are turned on by default to protect from malware and sophisticated attacks. We know this approach works. Secure core PC are built on this foundation and tries as resilient to malware. Finally, we have also made going passwordless easier by simplifying the step to deploy Windows Hello for Business. When paired the modern device equipped with infrared cameras or fingerprint reader, you can log into your device simply by looking at your device or touching it with your finger. Security has never been more important. That's why we build the most secure Windows yet. Windows 11 servicing and maintenance and management is consistent with Windows 10 to help you and your customer move forward. We have made sure it will be easy to deliver Windows 11 PC while keeping others on Windows 10. Windows 11 is built on the same foundation as Windows 10 to accomplish that. And when we deliver Windows 10 21H2, we will be backporting certain features of Windows 11 to Windows 10. Features that related to manageability and security, not the user experience. Many of the existing tools that you are already using as well as best practice for servicing Windows 10 will still apply. You can prepare for Windows 11 by making sure you are up to date on analytics, management tools, servicing infrastructure, etc., etc. So it will be a smooth migration. App Assure is a service that is available to any customer with any Microsoft subscription service of at least 150 licenses. And that we can help unlock an application on Windows 11, Windows app, Office app, or Edge-based app are all applicable. For more details, please feel free to use Bing to search App Assure. It could be a useful tool for your customer's application migration project. Let's see how we can drive growth with Windows 11 together. By deploying and combining your product and service with Windows 11 and Microsoft 365, we can offer customers a high-value portfolio of truly unparalleled solutions. With over 1.3 billion devices running Windows today, the largest ecosystem of peripherals, and the broadest portfolio of industry-leading commercial applications, Windows empower you to provide customers with an optimal device for every end user. When you attach Microsoft 365 to a Windows device, you not only provide end user market-leading productivity application they know and they rely on, but you also provide IT an incredible cloud infrastructure, a complete solution for hybrid work, consistently named a leader across the Gartner Magic Quadrants. With endpoint running Windows 11 and Microsoft 365, you establish a rock-solid foundation up on which you can build and optimize your cloud service, and make it easy for customers to empower their user and supercharge their business. This is my last two slides, but last but not least, how do you get started? I would recommend please reach out to your HP and Microsoft account manager to learn more about Windows 11. We have the right material for you to share with your partners and customers. And I also recommend you to continue to do what you have been doing to help your customer to deploy and service their install base of Windows PC. And then start to plan. Think about what your customer needs to do to move to Windows 11. Put a plan on paper. Plan to leverage Windows Insider program with some early adopters in the organization to give it a try. Prepare. If your customer have to update some infrastructure, do it now. If they need an updated application list, complete it now. And finally, when they are ready to deploy, don't wait. Deploy Windows 11. Deploy Windows 11 device alongside with Windows 10 devices. They can be coexist. And that's all I have prepared for today. Please stay safe. I am looking forward to talk to you all very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rick, on highlighting how Windows 11 helps the users with more productive, collaborative, secure and consistent approach for the hybrid environment of working. Thank you very much for giving us a detailed overview of Windows 11. Thank you again, Rick. And now moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute pleasure for me to be inviting Mr. Girish Suri, Product Manager Business Notebooks, to take you through the Windows 11 category lineup. I hand it over to you, Girish.
Very good morning, everyone. My name is Girish and I am the Product Manager for Business Notebooks. Today, on behalf of the entire PS category, I welcome you all on this important BPS Ignite session. We're excited to be here with all of you again. Now, these are unique times, and as we address the change environment during COVID and beyond, HP is focused on empowering people and their stories for the evolving future of work, wherever that may be. Can I have the next slide, please? So while we do not have any new NPI this quarter in Business Notebooks, I would just like to refresh the new launches that we made last quarter. We introduced the HP EliteBook 835, 845, and 855 G8, the latest AMD Cezanne-based EliteBooks, specifically with starting weight of 1.24 kgs and all the latest technologies, latest USPs that we had. We also introduced our next the Elite X2 G8, which was actually a detachable form factor with the latest 11th gen processors from i5 and i7, had an integrated dual Thunderbolt, a 13-inch diagonal UXGA panel. And it was redesigned with a keyboard with programmable key. We also introduced a Dragonfly Max, the next variant to the Dragonfly G2, rather a parallel variant to Dragonfly G2, which also boasted of a device with 5 megapixel camera and 4 microphones and Easy Safe certification, which was ideal for video calls like Zooms or team meetings, etc. And we also introduced a lighter variant of called the HP EliteBook 840 G8 Aero, which was just 1.1 kgs of weight and all the features that we have on EliteBook. So these were the 4 form factors that we had introduced last quarter specifically, and continue to be our hero products this quarter. Next slide, please. Continuing on to the Windows 11 introduction plan, I would just like to share with you what's the plan, how we are going to integrate and manage the entire Windows 11 in NPI on our current platforms. A couple of points to be noted. Microsoft announced Windows 11 on June 24th. Windows 11 actually contains Win Home, Win 11 Pro, and Win 11 downgrade to Win 10. MSN obviously is included in this. Now, some important points that need to be kept in mind is the end of date of the existing Win 10 platforms. So Win 10 as an OS goes end of life in December. 31st December is the last shipment date of Win 10 Home. Win 10 Pro, earlier it was 31st March, but now it has been extended by 1 month to 30th of April. So no more shipments will happen. Will happen post 30th of April on Win 10 Pro. Similarly, on Win 10 11, all the existing platforms will have the option of configuring with Win 11. All G8 platforms currently running will have options of configuring Win 11 onto it at the time of ordering on Home as well as on Pro. And we'll also introduce options of Win 11 downgrade to Win 10 Pro variant only by the end of January, and it will be available only on ProBooks and EliteBooks, not on the 200 series. Next slide, please. So as I just said, these are a couple of milestones, the key dates which you need to keep in mind. 11 Home and Pro AVs will get released as and when the RTP dates of a particular platform comes in, and I will share the RTP dates very soon in my next slides. We will have the drivers available starting today onwards on the specific platforms which have already been released on Win 11, and the GA time for market to Win 11 downgrade will be 24 Jan to be precise, as I just spoke of. All the new platforms that will be launched next year after Jan 2022 will already have Win 11 by default. You can only configure Win 11 on those devices. Next slide, please. So, again, a repeat of the key milestone dates. Win 11 Home and Pro and download will be pre-installed on the new devices. There will be no more option of Win 10 in the 2022 platforms, as I just spoke of. Win 11 will be added in the existing products after life cycle, after March 2022. Win 10 pre-installed shipments also need to follow the end of market or end of discount dates as per Microsoft policy. And I just told you for Win 10 Home, the end of life date is 31st December. And for Win 10 Pro, it is 30th of April 2022. These are the platforms where you will have the RTPs of respective platforms. So for example, 200 series, we RTP'd Win 11 on 8th of October. For entire 400 and the 600 series, the Intel 600 series, 630, 640, 650, 430, 440, 450, 445, 455, entire ProBook series. The RTP date is as of today, 22nd of October. So going forward, you can start configuring all these devices with Win 11 Home as well as Win 11 Pro, whichever deems fit. For 635 and EliteBooks, the RTP dates will be in the month of November next month. Even Dragonfly G2 starts getting RTP'd today itself. So you can configure and start loading the orders on this. So in 2022 platforms next year, all the platforms will be by default with Win 11. There will be no option of configuring them on Win 10. However, we will still give an option of Win 11 downgrade to Win 10 post January end. Next slide, please. We are also running a priority for early upgrade program, which means the existing platforms, the current G8 platforms, We'll also have an update coming in from Microsoft on Windows 11. A one-time upgrade will pop up into a Windows upgrade as and when the dates are RTP'd, or as and when the Microsoft announces their next update. You can manually check for an update, or you will automatically get a pop-up where you can upgrade one time on Windows 11 for free. For all those existing platforms which are running on Win 10, you can have a free upgrade to Win 11 as and when this pop-up comes in. And what are the platforms that are included in this PEU program? On the next slide, please. So if you see, this is a complete list of platforms, entire G8 portfolio, as I just told you, starting from 200 to Elite Dragonfly. Everything gets covered into this. No G7 as of now, but entire G8 gets covered for early evaluation of Win 11 program. Moving on to one of the strongest pillars that we've been talking of, which is security. So I would want to welcome you to the future of proactive protection against advancing threats. I today wanted to introduce you to the new HP Wolf Pro Security Edition, which is a solution which focuses specifically on small businesses. And why small businesses? Because these are those organizations where you do not have a dedicated IT help desk. These are the organizations which will need your help, our help in managing the security threats which are hovering around in the market. Can I have a small video on this, please?
Hey, Russ, that's enough for today. I need my computer to finish up some work.
Mom, I'm on the last level.
Rookie mistake. Should have used the Omega Defense Shield, kid. Should be outside playing ball anyway. Housebound kids like my friend Russell here are getting in a lot of screen time lately. Hackers have taken notice. Unprotected machines like this one are ripe for random phishing attacks, just like the fake email I'm about to send young Russell here. All it takes is just one click. Before you know it, I've worked myself right into the Porter family network. The fortune companies spend on fancy network protection for their offices is of little use if no one is there. If Mom's company had given her the HP Elite Dragonfly with Wolf security, my attack would be dead on arrival. Looks like I'll be staying for dinner. Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes on the hillside, little boxes all the same.
So this enterprise-grade advanced security that is packaged for small businesses includes HP application isolation, next-gen anti-malware, and identity protection. This is an option which is built into the PC at the factory level itself for seamless and simple out-of-the-box deployment. This optional license agreement is available on all Elite books and Pro books and certain desktops as well. Can I have the next slide, please? So let's take a closer look at exactly how the Wolf Pro Security Edition's application isolation and next generation antivirus complements each other. So malware threats can enter into a PC in a variety of ways. Let's consider three key ways. Okay, one, through a browser itself. Second, through files downloaded via USB or email attachments. And third, laterally through the corporate network. Now, for the browser itself or for common Office files, the types, the file types that entering the PC through other means, such as a USB drive, the HP's application and browser isolation solution works by automatically isolating them into a protected container, like a micro virtual machine. Now, this is assured protection for highly risky activities, like browsing the web or viewing common file types. Now, isolation protection is a perfect solution for these types of activities where you don't need them to exist outside of their virtual containers or to run anything directly on your machine. But what if you need them to run on your machine? Because not every file that enters your PC is an Office document or a PDF. And some documents like programs and executable files, you may need to run them on the machine itself. So keeping every file locked in a virtual container isn't practical or possible. This is where the next generation antivirus comes in. For every other file entering your PC, whether that's through a USB drive or the corporate network or something else, it will use the advanced AI capabilities to scan it and make a judgment on whether it is malware or not. If the file is suspicious, it will quarantine it to protect your PC. So this is how Wolf Pro Security Edition's application isolation and next generation antivirus work together to provide best-in-class security for HP PCs. Moving on, please. So our layered approach is differentiated in the market and provides superior protection, defending against the biggest threat vectors. You know, there are over 5 billion unique threats released every month. HP devices are fairly secure, but we need layers on top of what comes built in, including, say, a Microsoft Defender. So we take a multi-layered approach and we apply additional protection and management, including malware protection or a threat containment. Next slide, please. So the HP Wolf Pro Security Edition provides enterprise-level advanced security packages for small businesses, and it includes malware detection, which is a complete next-generation antivirus that uses a combination of AI-based techniques like deep learning and behavioral analysis to provide advanced malware protection through predictive detection. You have a threat containment that raises the bar by providing protection that doesn't rely on only detection, but hardware-powered micro-virtualization. It performs full isolation of threats delivered via all the most common threat vectors, including without actually impacting user experience. And finally, you have identity protection, which provides defense against credential phishing attacks for all popular browsers. Now, these licenses come with a 1-year or a 3-year license, including advanced security to protect against constantly evolving cybersecurity threats. This optional license agreement is available at a pre-configured option that can be configured at the factory level on select HP business notebooks. And with this, actually, small businesses are not left in the dust, and they are provided with highest caliber endpoint security, which is packaged for SMB, which is much needed in this space specifically. Thank you all. This is all that I have for today. Back to Ghazal.
Thank you so much, Girish. Thank you. Thank you very much, Girish, for taking us through the presentation that talked about Windows 11 category lineup. Thank you very much once again. And now moving up ahead, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to invite our next speaker on the stage. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Madhu Reddy, Product Manager, Business Desktops, for the next category, for the next presentation of the day. Over to you, Madhu.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy in this pandemic situation now. Well, I'm Madhu. I am the product manager of Business Desktop at HP. I'm here to take you through a quick agenda in terms of our desktops portfolio, Windows update, and the NPI. Moving on further, next slide, please. Yeah, as I updated, the agenda is very crisp here. A BPC portfolio in terms of what models, what platforms, and what form factors available with us. And Windows 11 update in terms of Windows 11, the time frame from which our desktops are ready to ship, and Windows 11 downgrade option as well. And new product introduction from supply point of view from FQ122 from next month onwards. Moving on further. Yeah, this slide depicts a complete portfolio of desktops available, starting from entry level to Elite series of high-end. Let me just give you a glance of this, how this actually works. If you look at on the extreme left, HP 200 series, which is available on both Intel and AMD platform. And this is available on all the form factors, MT, small form factor, Desk Mini, which is ultra small form factor, and all-in-one. So again, I'm saying this 200 series all-in-one available in all the form factors of desktop product portfolio, and with both Intel and AMD platform. Moving to the next series is 400 series, which is Pro Desk and Pro One. This is also available on all the form factors, Desk Mini, small form factor, Micro Tower, and all-in-one. And this is available on only Intel platform. When I say Intel platform, it's 400 series Intel platform available in all the form factors. with all-in-one of both the screen sizes from 19.5 inches and 23.8 inches. Moving to further next in the middle, which is again a 400 series, but it's 405 series, which is on AMD alone, which is AMD platform. In this AMD platform of 405 ProDesk series, the form factors available are Desk Mini and small form factor only. Further from 4 series, if you move to 6 series, it's 600 series of ProDesk and Pro One, which is on Intel platform alone. Again, in this, we have all the form factors covered, which is Desk Mini, small form factor, Micro Tower, all-in-one of 21.5 inches. We're happy to say that our 400 series and 600 series and 800 series are Intel vPro platform supported. Moving from 6 series to 800 series, 800 series are Elite platform series, which are one of the premium products which in business desktops. So it's 800 series of Elite Desk and Elite One. In this, again, as I said, all the form factors available, which are Desk Mini, small form factor, Tower, all-in-one, an all-in-one with both 23.8 inches and 27 inches. And again, in 8 series, next moving further, it's 805 series, which is on AMD platform. In this, the form factors available are on Desk Mini and small form factor. So this particular slide, I would like to retake that all the desktops in various form factors on various platforms on Intel and AMD are covered in this particular slide, which can give you a quick glance of the models. Moving on further. Yeah, as per my agenda after the models, and I have segregated the Windows 11 shipment against the models, because Windows 11 shipment happens of the various models and various time frame. So in this slide, the shipment date on the first box, which is October 28th to October 29th, is when the shipment date happens for 200 G4 all-in-one, 205 G4 all-in-one, and 280 G6MT. And the next right box of the shipment from November 12th to 26th. In this bracket, we have 2 models which will be shipped on Windows 11, which is 280 G8MT and 285 G6MT. Moving on to the next box is on the left side bottom, which is the shipment dates of Windows 11 on November 29th onwards. It covers most of the models, which is 400 G7MT and SFF, 405 AMD platform of G6 SFF, 400 G6 all-in-one of Intel, and 600 we have MT, SFF, and all-in-one Intel platform are getting shipped from on November 29th onwards. In 800, both G6 and G8 Tower and SFF will be shipped on this particular date, 29th November, and 805 G6 SFF also covered in this particular bracket. Moving on to the last leftover models, for which the shipment happens from 6th December onwards. The entry-level Desk Mini platform of 260 G4, moving on to 400 and 405 Desk Mini, and 600 G6 Desk Mini. And in the all-in-one space, both 800 G6 and 800 G8 all-in-one will be shipped from 6th December onwards. And further to 800 G6 DM and 800 G8 DM also under this particular category of shipment dates of Windows 11. Moving on further. As I have updated earlier slide about Windows 11 shipment, as my colleague Girish has already mentioned about, we have another SKU of Windows 11 downgrade shipment. I have updated this particular Windows 11 downgrade shipment in 3 particular slots. The first one is from Feb 18th onwards of 280 G6MT, and March 18th next year onwards 200 G4 all-in-one, 205 G4 all-in-one. And the remaining models are getting shipped from 28th February 2022, which covers entry level of 280 G8, 285 G6MT, and from 400 series of both MT, SFF in both Intel AMD platform, and 400 G6 all-in-one, 600 G6 all-in-one, MT, SFF, and all the other categories of 800 series, which light series in both Tower and SFF. 800 G6 and G8 Tower SFF will be in this particular bracket of shipment, Feb 28th onwards. 805 G6 SFF and 400 DM and 400 G6 DM and 405 G6 DM, 600 DM and 800 DM all-in-one are covered in the shipment bracket of 28th Feb onwards. Moving on further. Yeah, as far as the NPI is concerned, new product introduction, I would say we have 8 products in total, if I need to say from the SKUs point of it. However, it is in 800 series, which is on the right side bottom. We have all the form factors covered, which is 800 G8 Tower, SFF, Desk Mini, and all-in-one, which is 23.8 and 27 inches. And above that is 280 G8 Micro Tower of Intel, 285 G8 of Micro Tower of AMD, and 280 G5 SFF of Intel. Let me just take you through a brief specifications or features of these models alone. The first one, 280 G8 Micro Tower. This is supported with Intel 11th generation processors with memory expandability up to 64 GB and an option to select a graphics card along with an NVMe SSD as well, without compromising on the ports, input-output ports of 10 USB ports, along with the legacy ports of parallel port, serial port, and an option to configure with Wi-Fi, wireless LAN, and Bluetooth as well. And the power supply, which can be configured along with this, is up to 92% efficiency, which can be capable of adding the graphics card which can be compatible along with this model. And moving further, yeah, the next one is 285 G8. This is an AMD-based platform. Our 285 series G8 is AMD-based platform, which is supported with AMD Cezanne processors, 5 series of processor, which is the latest AMD launch, AMD Cezanne processors. From the other specifications point of view, yes, it does support up to 64 GB memory, along with an option to select graphics and also an NVMe SSD. And this also has an option to configure up to 10 USB ports, including the legacy PCI slot and serial port and parallel port, and an option to configure with wireless LAN and Bluetooth connectivity. And of course, with a power supply efficiency of up to 90%. Moving on further. The next model is 280 G5 small form factor. This is on Intel 10th generation, but chipset is on H570 chipset, H570, which will be ready in the next quarter onwards from the shipment point of view, which can be expandable up to 64 GB and with an option to configure an Optane memory, Intel Optane memory, and a discrete graphics card being a small form factor. And an option to configure up to 8 USB ports, again with a legacy serial port, parallel port, and Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo as an option to configure here. Moving on to the next one, please. Yeah, this is a product which I would like to talk about, 800 G8 series. If you see the initial slide of mine about the 800 series of product line, 800 G8 series are of Intel 11th generation processors with Q series of chipset Q570, which are available in all the form factors, starting from all-in-one, which is available in both 23.8 and 27 inches, Desk Mini and ultra small form factor, and a small form factor and Micro Tower. Moving on further, let me just take you through one of the premium products, as I told you, this 800 G8 Elite Series R. So I'll just give you a glimpse of top features of this model. This 800 G8 are available in both 24 and 27, which is 23.8 inches and 27 inches screen size with full HD and an IPS panel. And this can be compatible with an Intel 11th generation processors of up to Core i9 series of processor. A webcam, which is a pop-up dual-facing webcam with IR technology with Windows Hello, which will give you the best way to communicate any of your video or audio applications, which is quite common nowadays. And one of the premium audio which is configured with Bang & Olufsen speakers, which is one of the premium audio can be configured along with this model. And nowadays, being a larger screen size, 23.8 and 27 inches, there's an option to configure with a height adjustable stand and also a reclining stand. And this will help you to work at your comfort levels, at your comfort posture as well. Moving on further. That's it from my side. Thank you very much. And once again, thank you very much for everybody in the participation. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you. Over to Ghazal.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing that very informative presentation on business desktops. And now, before I invite our next speaker on the stage, I would once again like to remind you all to please put in all your questions, your queries, whatever you have on your mind right now in the Q&A box. And we shall take those questions during the live Q&A section coming up next. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite our next speaker on the stage, Mr. Wilton, everyone, our product manager workstations, for the upcoming presentation on workstations. Everybody, please help me welcome Mr. Wilton.
Thank you, Ghazal, and welcome to all. So today I am not going to talk about just a mobile workstation, but a device which has been crafted and curated specifically for content creators and for data scientists. So let's see what's in store for us. Next slide, please. So let's have a quick glimpse on the mobile workstation portfolio. Unlike other product line, it is not linear, it is in triangular in shape. So it has got 3 vertices. On my left, this vertex talks about the best mobility, wherein you will see ZBook Firefly 4950, the ultra mobile workstations. On the right vertex, if you see, this is the most scalable, most powerful mobile workstation, ZBook Fury 15 and 17. On the bottom, it's a best cost performance vertex, wherein you see ZBook Power, which is optimized for best cost performance. And in the middle, the mobile workstation, we call it as ZBook Studio Generation 8, which has got all the 3 vertices, all the 3 attributes inbuilt into it. It's mobile portable. At the same time, it is a scalable and it's cost performance optimized. Next slide, please. Even before I talk about creator workflows, let's see who the creators are and what are their creative needs. What are the critical component of their creative workflows? So when I talk about creators, you and me, everyone and anyone can be the creator. The guys who are creating videos for TikTok, anyone who's creating the videos for YouTube, creating the presentations, creating the audio files, audio jockeys, video jockeys, advertisement companies, all are creators today. So let's see what are the critical component of any creator workflow. Next slide, please. So definitely when we talk from a creator's ecosystem perspective, vivid and accurate color plays a very, very critical role for them. It's of prime importance for them, because what they design, what they see on the screen has to be turned into the final product. It can be the print, it can be the website, or it can be the product on any media. Creators run multiple files, creators run multiple applications simultaneously. So they require definitely a powerful performance machine. And important point that we all talk about one life. So all creators, including me and you, have got one life. So in daytime, I'm an office worker. In evening, I may be watching a movies on Netflix or playing games. So we will talk about one life, and in a creator ecosystem or workflow, they work with a lot of third-party items like digitized pen or digital pads or 3D mouse. So that's also one of the critical component of their creative ecosystem. Next slide, please. Now, as we talked about the color criticality, color is very critical for their workflow. So when we have designed, when we were designing or when we were doing an R&D on a next platform or a next mobile workstation, we have kept a color accuracy or a prime importance. So ZBook Studio, it is Dream Color certified. A Dream Color is certified, and it is prime importance. Now Dream Color, we have created this Dream Color screen in accordance in close collaboration with company called as DreamWorks, which is a media and entertainment company. ZBook Studio, you have got multiple options of screens. You can get ultra high definition Dream Color screen with 120 Hz. You have got UHD, you have got low power UHD and FHD and multiple screen. ZBook Studio is also Pantone validated, which is widely accepted certification for print and media entertainment. It is also 100% DCI P3 certified, which is accepted with all animation and media entertainment companies. Next slide. Now to run multiple application, there is an engine which is required, a robust or a high capacity engine which is required. So while we were doing research, while we were doing the next device, what it should be, what kind of engine, what kind of graphic you should incorporate. So there are applications 5 years back which is primarily certified on professional series graphics card, but with the invent of data science, with the invent of new applications, we feel the need for GeForce graphics cards to be housed in the same device. And as we know that this device is being curated for one life as well. So sometimes you are playing a game, some applications are gaming applications, some applications are professional application. So starting from mainstream T1200, it can house up to RTX A5000, Ampere series 5000, which is 16 GB dedicated graphics. And from GeForce RTX 3060, it can house up to 3080. So in a nutshell, we can conclude this is the most robust, this is the most graphics capable with low thermal footprint and with ultra form factor mobile workstation on planet right now. Next. Now we talked about one life, so gaming is very important. As on today, we see a lot of game developers, we do a lot of gaming, kids do a lot of gaming on the same device. So keeping that aspect in mind, keeping one life aspect in mind, the keyboard, which is a gaming hub keyboard, it is RGB keyboard. You can collaborate with this keyboard. You can customize this keyboard as per your requirement, as per your gaming requirement. Then we have also introduced Z Vapor Force, which is a patented technology by HP to keep the thermal footprints of the device low, because this is ultra form factor. At the same time, it has also have a high graphics card. We have also included Z graphics awareness algorithm, which is again a patented technology, wherein a device can sense whether the graphics requirement is high or you are doing just a normal office. So it can switch between hybrid and normal graphics. Then there is an algorithm which is Z predictive fan algorithm, which calibrate the speed of the fan depending upon the heat dissipation, depending upon the heat generated within the device. Next slide, please. Now, when we are working closely, or when we are designing this device, we are working very closely with creators. There is a need for 360-degree solution, which includes application as well. When Adobe reached us with a solution that they are coming up with Adobe Substance, which is a 3D workflow, which complement the 3D workflow for the creators, we are the first one to partner with them to create the complete solution for creators, which includes 3D Substance pack for 6-month extended use period. Anyone who is buying a mobile workstation can go for this program, can download a 3D Substance pack for 6 months as a trial version, and can go for a final version on a discounted price from Adobe. Next slide, please. Now let's quickly talk about what transformation in terms of business space, in terms of market is happening. On my left, if you see, there are traditional workstation buyer segment, which is like architecture, media entertainment, product development, education. We all know these are the core segment which buys workstations primarily. Now there is an emerging segment or new segment, we call it, which is like creative professional, virtual reality, data science, and game development. in all these, hold on, back slide, please. In these four segments, new segments, data science is the fastest growing segments in India and across the world, wherein there is a requirement for high ASP, high graphics, mobile workstation and desktop workstation. And let's quickly see what this segments talk about and what are the workflow requirement for this segment. Next slide, please. Now, when we say this is a new era of data science, I mean, there is a good jargon which has been floating around. Data is the new oil, and every other organization wanted to mine this oil, wanted to generate revenues for the organization. Every other organization is putting money, is investing money in data science in some or the other factor. Now, in last 5-7 years, we are working very closely with data scientists and application vendors. So we have come up with a stack. We have analyzed the requirement and workflow requirement. Apart from the robust hardware, there is a requirement for application set as well. And so we have partnered with companies like Anaconda. It's an exclusive partnership. We have partnered with Anaconda, which has got more than 25 million subscriber base for data science. So we are working very closely with these partners. Next slide, please. Now, quickly, let's talk about why ZBook Studio for data science. So we all know that data scientists 90% of time works on Linux. So ZBook Studio is certified to run Linux as well. Not only it is certified to run Linux if required, and if it is a requirement from a customer or from a data scientist, we can give the preloaded software stack which is required for his day-to-day job, and we can give preloaded Linux as well. Why ZBook Studio for data science? It has capacity to go as high as RTX 5000 16GB professional series graphics card or RTX GeForce 3080 graphics card, and it is scalable with high up to 2 terabyte of storage. Next slide, please. Now we talked about ZBook Studio and data science, and then the complete stack of solutions or applications which a customer get preloaded. But a reason why we have done that, and our research says that yes, it is very much required by the data scientists. So let's understand why first. It saves a lot of time because there are multiple libraries, developer tools, containers, and a lot of other application which customer or data scientist loads when he buys a hardware. Hardwares are ZBooks or Z workstations are robust, but with an application, it gives a complete solution, a 360-degree solution to a data scientist. Why? For an end user, it saves a lot of time. From day one, he does not have to bother about to load libraries to customize those developer tools and all that stuff. He get this all preloaded. From day one, he can be productive. He saves a lot of time, and it gives us seamless management and future updates for multiple libraries and applications. For ITDMs, it is preloaded. He does not have to run around on different websites to download and install which version, and it saves a lot of time for ITDMs as well. In fact, right now, many organizations are evaluating and doing a research by themselves on data science itself and how it is going to be helpful for their organization. So in a nutshell, preloaded application, preloaded data science stack saves a lot of time and botheration for ITDMs and for data scientists. Now let's quickly see the workflow, how these libraries and developer tools helps data scientists and ITDMs. So whenever a data scientist gets a backslide, please. Whenever a data scientist, get a data, it's definitely unstructured data. It's a raw data. So first he has to structure data using the different libraries which are preloaded in a data science workstation, including Rapids. So this will enable him to structure the data, as per his requirement, as per his organization requirement. Once the data is, structured and it is in a visualization format, then he has to develop application or algorithm, which he will get help from developer tools, which is again preloaded. So for example, Git is a fantastic tool for collaboration across data scientists, and it helps version tracking, and it helps to develop an algorithm for any data scientist. Then comes the containers. Now, once the algorithm is done, in 4 or 5 years back, a data scientist has to port his algorithm and data on a server farm or a data center, test it, because edge devices or the devices what he was carrying was not capable enough. At the same time, applications were not GPU enabled. But with the advent of new technology, but with the advent of new applications, things are getting containerized, and this container, which will help to test his application not on a server farm or not on a cloud, he can test his application or algorithm on his workstation sitting on the desk. And not only this, a container will work seamlessly at the back end, and he can do day-to-day job on front end. Once it is done, he can check his applications. And definitely, last but not the least, different technologies, different clouds, stacks, different edges, it has to be interportable. So mobile workstations or desktop workstation loaded with data science stack, are interportable with the cloud applications. Next slide, please. Now we have talked about the robustness of the machine, the data scientists or data science applications preloaded on a desktop workstations or a mobile workstation, but it is of no use until and unless the partner or you checks it or on your application or in your environment, or end customer, test it in its own environment. So we have a program which is called as Data Science Evaluation Program, wherein we can give a loaner mobile workstation or a desktop workstation for trial and testing before he will place a final order. And this program, he can take the machine, a pre-configured machine, for 8 to 12 weeks, test his application, test his logic, test his environment, and can place an order. So please do reach out to us in case if you identify a customer and if you identify a requirement for a data science customer wherein he wanted to go for an evaluation program. Next slide, please. So thank you so much from a workstation team, from a value team. Any queries, please drop in your queries on the chat box. Happy to answer that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a patient listener. Over to you, Ghazal.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Wilton, for sharing the presentation on workstations. Thank you very much. So now, ladies and gentlemen, after a packed session of product presentations, I would like to thank all our partners, first of all, for actively listening to our speakers. And before we open the live Q&A round, we'll do a quick short poll. Yes, and we request all our partners to actively participate in the same. In the meantime, please put your questions in the Q&A box and our speakers will answer as many of them as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, on the screen to my left you can see the first question, as well as in the poll section there are 4 options to the questions. So please select the right one. So are we all ready for the poll to begin? Yes? Okay. Chaliye, let's get this started. And the first question is on your screen. So the first question is, HP SureClick secures your browser by, as I said, there are 4 options to it. Option A, virtually containerizing browsing pages. Option B is identifying and isolating threats. Option C is by allowing users to eliminate threats with the press of a button. Or option D, all of the above. Come on, I know that you know the answer. It was discussed in one of the presentations also. We've given you 4 options to choose from, making it very easy for you. All you need to do is punch in the right option. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, the first question is right here on your screen. HP SureClick secures your browser by. There are 4 options on the screen. You can quickly choose one of them and tell us that this is the correct answer. What do you think? Option A, B, C, D. Come on, your turn to tell us that you were very active during the presentations. Okay, I think I've given you enough time to choose from one of these options. And now we quickly move on to our next question. The next poll question is right here on your screen. Dekhiye. So the second question is, what are the form factors available in Elite 800 G8 series? Again, you've got 4 options here to choose from. Option A, MT SFF. Option B, MT SFF DM. option C, MT, SFF, DM, AIO, or you think option D, it is DMAIO. What do you think is the correct answer? Option A or B? It could also be C or could be D as well. You have to tell us what is the correct answer to this question. Come on, everybody, we want all of you to participate. Punch in the correct option. What you think is correct as per you for the question number 2, which is what are the form factors available in Elite 800 G8 series? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Come on, think a little harder and you will get the right answer. Option A, B, C, D, MT, SFF, B, MT, SFF, DN, or C, MT, SFF, DMAIO, or it is option D, DMAIO. Come on, everybody in the house, ladies and gentlemen, give us the correct answer to question 2, which is right here on your screen. Okay, I think you must have gotten this correct by now. So we quickly move on to the last question of the poll. Yes, this is the last question. We want each one of you to participate and give us the correct answer. So question 3 is here on the screen. Studio G8 is designed for which segment? The question is Studio G8 is designed for which segment? And your options are option A, creators, option B, AutoCAD, option C, virtual reality, or is it option D, all of the above? I know this one. I was really very interested in the presentations, but you have to tell us the correct answer. Question 3, everyone. Studio G8 is designed for which segment? There are 4 options to it. Option A, creators. Option B, AutoCAD. Option C, virtual reality. Or do you think it is option D, all of the above? Come on, don't tell me. Put it in the comment box, everybody. Punch in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the poll. This was the last question of the poll, and I hope you have gotten all the 3 questions. You have given us the correct answer, and this brings us to the end of the poll segment. The poll ends here, and okay, chaliye, now let's come back to the main event. Well, thank you very much everyone for actively participating, and before I move on and open the floor for Q&A, I'd like to tell you all what the correct answers were. So for question A, the correct answer was, you got it right. It was option D, all of the above. Yes, for question 1, it was D, and I can see I've got the figures here. Okay, 76% of you gave us the correct answer. Wow, congratulations. So it was option D, all of the above for question 1. For question 2, the correct option was option C, MT, SFF, DMAIO. And okay, the numbers are coming in. All right, 82% of you got the right answer. Fabulous. 82% gave us the correct answer. This is absolutely fantastic. Question 3, the correct answer was, as you said, D, all of the above, and 88% of you got the right answer. Wow, the numbers are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much for your active participation. Thank you very much for your interest in the presentations and for your patience listening. Thank you very much, everyone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for us to quickly move towards the Q&A section for the day. I would now like to invite all the speakers to kindly join us on stage. With us, we'll also have Mr. Santosh M, Category Manager, joining us for the Q&A session. Hi, good afternoon. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for the Q&A round. So we've gotten some questions. I'll quickly take the first question, which has come in for you, Girish. So the first question is addressed to you, and the question is, we have seen OS migration that takes a lot of time at customer place as some businesses demand on continuity. Do our new notebooks also come with Windows 11 downgrade to 10 option? This is the question that is coming for you, Girish.
Okay, so while the operating system that you select on a CTO or on the part number will be shipped from the factory, if you're selecting a Win 10 Pro, you will definitely get a one-time option to upgrade to Win 11 as per the next Windows update. However, a Win 11 downgrades option will be selectively available again on the Piper itself or on the BTO or on the CTO post January 24th. And this will be available only on ProBooks and EliteBooks. So I'm repeating, Win 11 downgrade to Win 10 is available on Piper, will be available on Piper post 24 January 2022, only on ProBooks and EliteBooks.
Sure. So post 24 January 2022 is when it will be available. Thank you, Girish, for addressing that, and I hope that you got your answer. The next question has come in for you, Sanjeev, and the question is, security of endpoint device is critical now for most of the customers. Will Windows 11 also help in solving security related issues? This is for you, Sanjeev.
Yeah. So let me explain the security into three parts. One, there is security below the OS, and then there is a security which is inbuilt in the OS, and then there is a security features which are inbuilt, which are above the OS. So yes, there are some inherent in Windows features that will be taken care by Windows 11 operating system, but below the OS security features like Secure Start is the BIOS feature, like maybe tamper proof. I mean, those type of security features which are below the OS will be the function of the hardware. And same thing like above the OS features like Sure Sense, the features which take care of very AI based hack identification. So those will be the top of OS features. So if a customer need a holistic view of entire end-to-end security, it's important to go for HP Wolf Pro Security, because HP Wolf Pro Security cover all the three aspects of security. Hope this answer your question, but I really appreciate your question because this helped me to clarify the entire security spectrum for rest of the audience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for highlighting all these options that will help our customers in solving security related issues. Thank you very much again. And now the next question is for you, Wilton. The question is, we have been momentum on mobile workstation post the pandemic, but witnessed disruptions on delivery. How do we see the situation on availability going forward? And is there any plan to cater SMB differently? Wilton.
Yeah, thanks, Ghazal. So yes, situation is improving as we go into the next quarter. We have got a view of at least 20,000 devices which is getting shipped in the next quarter starting from November. So it is improving on week basis. Now to specifically to cater SMB, my suggestion or the mantra today is sell whatever is available in stock with T1 and with partners. So we've been calling a lot of stocks, partners are calling, T1 is calling a lot of stocks. There are stocks available with the partner. For SMB requirements, please position whatever is available in stock. And if at all some requirement which cannot be positioned, then please get in touch with MDMs or with us. We'll definitely help you out.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wilton, for answering that. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for such an absorbing round of discussion out there. And due to paucity of time, we'll wrap up the Q&A for today. But everybody, all the unanswered questions will be sent to you in the form of a FAQ document with their answers. And you'll also be receiving a recording for today's event. So thank you, gentlemen, again, for such an interesting round of discussion out there. And now, moving forward, may I request Vikram to kindly join us and share his closing remarks. Over to you, Vikram.
Thank you. I know times are still hectic and busy. I hope you're all keeping safe and families are fine. I think, to me, as I look at this launch now and as we go forward for the next few months, right, I think the supply situation is, as we know what it is. But I think the good news is the demand signals are as strong as ever. And this is one more reason why people will want to upgrade, or customers will want to upgrade to new hardware. Windows 11 comes with a host of features that benefit businesses across all our product lines. And then on top of it, we have our own innovation and new hardware that is coming along with it. So I feel like as we go forward, there is still very, very strong demand going in. SMBs are just opening up. All the other sectors that were subdued. Manufacturing is opening up a lot more. Education is opening up a lot more. I feel like aviation coming around is just around the corner. So is hospitality going to bounce back. So there's even more demand that is coming forward. And the other factors driving our demand, like hybrid work, work from home, that's here to stay. We're already seeing a lot of demand coming through, also from the big companies and from the smaller companies around hybrid and work from home rollouts of laptops. And then again, obviously, workstations therein, because customers want to have now more than ever more powerful machines. So from my standpoint, I think we just need to leverage this and drive this really, really hard. Hopefully we gave you enough material today and information today on how to position, how to pitch, and how to drive that upswing. And then I think as you process this, make your own plans as we go forward. More than happy to give you any further information, any further tools, or any idea that you might have in how we can keep driving our growth higher than market, because the market for sure is going to grow. I think just over the last year, if I look at what we managed to do in terms of overall PS, but also then commercial, the numbers are like mind-boggling. So I think you should reach out to your account manager. You should all check with all the different businesses in terms of how the market is performing, how your peers are performing, and make sure that you are geared to perform at a level much higher than what the market is performing, and get a growth which is much higher than what your peers, the competitor. And from that standpoint, push us to give you, of course, we will try and give you the material we can. I think the material's opened up quite a bit now. Things are, easy, but things in your control, like what ASP are we selling, what attach are we driving, how much upgrades are we driving. So then both us, because at the end of the day, what we benefit is a sum total of what you guys drive, right? I mean, that's basically our growth. So as you drive harder, let us know how we can help you to grow even higher than market, even higher than your peers, and we'll be happy to help you with that. And then I think as finally we said, any questions now or later, more than happy to answer those. But just to finish, big thank you for all the help to help us drive the growth we've driven. I think our best times are actually ahead of us. We have established a new bar. There's no going back to pre-COVID days now, right? So let's keep driving towards that, and then please let us know what we can do to help you. Please stay safe, look after yourself. This situation is still not behind us, and there is still risk as we go forward. So obviously drive and open up, but do so very cautiously. Look after yourself and all your customers as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vikram, for sharing your valuable insights with us. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the last section of the event, I would once again like to invite Shailesh back on the stage. Over to you, Shailesh.
So I hope that you guys would have enjoyed today's session. A lot of notes of information from everyone. Girish, Wilton, and Sanjeev spoken. I think we are just reaching our year end and just ahead of the festive season in country. And ahead of the festive season, I think we need to take care of one thing particularly, that please be safe and don't be, still, as Vikram said, we still somewhere mid of the, moving out, but still we are not in endemic, but the last leg of the pandemic could be.
Thank you very much, Shailesh, for the closing address. And with this, we have come to an end of the event. We'd like to thank all our partners for taking the time out of their busy schedules today to attend this event. And yes, as I said earlier, that we'll be sharing the recording of the event with you shortly, as well as the FAQ document for all the questions unanswered and the ones that could not be taken up due to the paucity of time. Do take in a few seconds to share your feedback of the event at the event desk. And if you missed visiting out the demo zone, please do visit the same. With that, I take your leave. You have a great day ahead, a rocking month and a year end. And be safe. Yes, we shall see you soon. Goodbye. Namaskar. Thank you everyone for joining us.